Good evening, everybody. My name is Michelle, and I am a brand partner for Lifewave. I've been doing this for about 2 years, and I was given a call by my friend Di, who lives in Florida. And at the time when she called me, I thought there was something terribly wrong. My mind always goes to the worst possible place because I do have some post-traumatic stress from some things that happened in my early 20s with losses in my family and cancer. And I'll get into that in a little bit. But ultimately, I thought something was wrong with me. So I went and had 20 vials of blood taken at a holistic functional medicine doctor. And she basically looked at me and said, "There's nothing wrong with you. You are just in the beginning stages of perimenopause." And I didn't know that you can't sleep, you get anxiety, you have no mental clarity, you have major highs and lows for no reason. My entire life, even growing up in my adolescence, I never really had PMS. I never had highs and lows. I never got grumpy. Even when I was pregnant, my husband said, "You're not normal. You're just even keel, happy." And I can't even imagine the fact that you're pregnant and you're not having these highs and lows until I had my babies. And then I had postpartum anxiety, which a lot of new moms have. But with the anxiety came this dread that something seriously was wrong with me. So she also told me that my blood work showed that my cholesterol was elevated, which was very abnormal because I am in the health and wellness arena. I have been a personal trainer my entire career. I have a degree in exercise science. So I've always taken care of myself. And to hear that, I had high or high cholesterol was just astounding to me. So it was just an amazing godly moment when Di called me up from Florida and said, "What do you know about stem cells?" And at the time, I knew it enough. I knew enough because of all the losses that I had. My brother passed of brain cancer at the age of 26. My father died a year later of a broken heart. My mom wound up with breast cancer twice from all the stress. And then my niece, my brother's only daughter, who was really the only piece of him that we had left, passed away 20 years later of a rare form of cancer. So, every headache, every stomach ache, every muscle ache, I was always going to that place like, oh, I hope I don't have cancer. Maybe I should go get checked. I started to become a hypochondriac with that. So lo and behold, when I had my boys, I wound up getting cord blood banking. And in the cord blood, the first cell of your life when you're born is a stem cell. So when you have that cord blood and you save it, it's a good insurance policy for, God forbid, something were to happen, that we can use that. And it was just kind of something that gave me a little bit of peace of mind. However, I didn't realize that you maybe get one or two uses out of it because it's such a small amount. When my friend told me that you can actually activate your own stem cells by putting this little patch on your body, I was all in. I never tried it. I didn't do any research. I barely even knew the name of it, but I trusted the person that told me about it. Diana and her husband, Vic, were clients of mine. I did in-home training. That's how I started my business. And then from in-home training, it grew so much that I actually opened up 2 fitness studios. They were my most successful, wealthy clients, and they were a lot of fun. And they, always just were so giving. And I remained friends with them even after they moved from New Jersey to Florida. And when someone like that calls you up, you don't even blink. You say, "I'm in." And then I basically read and researched from the moment I woke up the next day and found out that I had made such an unbelievable life-changing decision. And it's now been 2 years later. Now, with that, I have wound up 3 weeks after being on the patches. My cholesterol dropped 20 points without changing anything. My elbow pain went away within 10 minutes. I'm a one patch wonder. So most of the time, people can take anywhere between a week to 3 weeks to 6 months. Everybody's different. And you always want to give it a month for every decade of life because you don't know what's going on in your body. And it could be just regenerating cells that you don't know about and waiting to heal the pain later. But 10 minutes after putting it on, the elbow pain that I had for months was completely gone. I also looked down 3 months after being on it and noticed my C-section scar had disappeared. So collagen regrowth, pain relief, inflammation decreasing, and my blood work changing. So those were three things that were just aha moments. So fast forward, my mom had been on it, and she basically had been on antidepressants, two antidepressants, for 25 years since the loss of my brother. She was never the same. And she had tried many times in that 25 years to go off of the antidepressants because she did not want to be on medication, and she was not functioning. We had to always have her go back on it because her body just couldn't deal. Well, about 6 months after being on X39, she looked at me and she said, "I think I want to start weaning off my medication." I said, "Talk to your doctor and we'll go from there." Well, she started weaning off. She got off one after a year. And after about a year and a half, she got off the second one, and she has not been on it anything. She actually even also got off of her cholesterol medication, and she has not been on any meds at all. And she's 73 since X39. It's completely changed her. I have my mom back. It's been a life-changing thing for me and my family. My husband had bone on bone with his knees. He was told he needed a double knee replacement. His knees are fine. He used to walk down the stairs backwards, and now he's running. It's pretty remarkable. There's so many other stories that I'll get into, but that's my story. And I'm going to get into the beautiful um, company and the science behind the product so that you can see for yourself what this unbelievable patch does. So this is what it looks like if you haven't been patched yet. It looks like a little quarter-sized Band-Aid. And our motto is elevate, activate, and regenerate. This man, David Schmidt, who is the inventor and the owner, he started this company 20 years ago, and he was actually contracted by the government to help Marines stay awake that were in a submarine for days on end without sunlight. And he wanted to help them to be able to stay awake without amphetamines. So he developed this energy patch 19 years ago. And from there, it has turned into this incredible company. He decided to devote 10 years of research and $4.5 million of his own money to bring this stem cell activating patch to market, because in 2008, he decided to switch his attention on stem cell research. And he was basically specializing in age reversal. And what's really incredible about this man is he has over 150 patents. He actually stopped counting at 150. I don't know one person that has a patent, but 150, and you have to prove that your product works. It takes time, it takes studies, it takes money. He has 150 patents. So that's pretty remarkable that the owner and CEO is the inventor, which is really amazing. So this is the patent that we all love, because you can actually say what the patent does and we can actually prove it. So basically, embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptides, including the activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction of inflammation, management of pain, improvement in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and reduction in improved wound healing. So it's wild to know that all of those things are from one little quarter-sized patch. So why do we need this stem cell activating patch? Obviously, there's a lot of people aging. There's a lot of stuff happening in this world. And the fewer stem cells that you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. There are hundreds of millions of people that are experiencing signs of aging, and they have nowhere to go. No, they don't know what to do. People are paying for injections, going to other countries, not knowing what's in the injection. Where's the stem cell coming from? Is it an aborted fetal cell? Is it something else? And a lot of times when people get injections, it only helps the site that you're injecting it in. It only works for a short period of time. You have to go back, and it's $10,000 to $20,000, and it doesn't always work. So you're paying that much money for a hope and a dream. So this is quite incredible. And I'm a science nerd. My background is in exercise science. I thought I knew everything about the body, but I had no idea that at the age of 30, half of your stem cells go dormant. They're no longer active. They don't go away, they just fall asleep. And at the age of 60, you lose almost all your stem cell activity. So We need something that's going to help regenerate our body. So this is a proprietary form of phototherapy. Just like when you go outside in the sun and the sun activates the vitamin D in our body, it's the same exact thing. It's a patented nanocrystal technology where it reflects the light to activate. And you put the patch on your body. We are light beings. We emit this infrared light. As soon as you put the patch on, our body heat will then activate and mirror that light that we give off back in our body. It activates a copper peptide called GHKCU. If you want to write that down, if you look up what GHKCU does, everything that copper peptide does is what this patch does. It's non-transdermal. So those of you that are on medications, you don't have to worry about it interacting with anything. The only people we don't suggest going on it are people that are on chemotherapy. It has no drugs or stimulants in the patch. It's just crystals, water, amino acids, and salt, and it's non-invasive. And this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate any disease. All it's doing is activating your body's God-given right to heal itself. And it's quite remarkable how it works. So these are some of the benefits that you can look for: increased strength, reduced inflammation, increased stamina, energy and vitality, mental clarity, restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep, improved skin appearance. And it's basically achieving optimal health. This is not age anti-aging, it's age reversal. So we're turning back the clock. This is something so revolutionary that no one has ever done this, and no one can believe that it's actually been done. We have this patent for another 17 years. No one can touch us. So it's really amazing when you look at it. It's not another product that you can get, on the shelves of Walmart. Here's something that a lot of people don't realize. When they first start using the patch, they're looking for something, and sometimes the pain does not go away right away, so they get disappointed. Well, here's a real true indicator that this patch works. A 77-year-old woman came in and they took a picture of her brain before she started the patches. Session 1 is a picture of what her brain looked like. So that's lack of brain coherence, inflammation, probably a lot of brain fog. After 3 weeks of wearing this patch, which is session 2, you can see there's no more redness. That is unheard of, guys. That is like remarkable. And when you think of a 77-year-old woman, that their brain actually goes without any inflammation. So anybody, even someone with Alzheimer's or someone with dementia, we've seen amazing results. They've done studies on it. I actually have a video of a woman who did it for, I want to say 2 weeks, and they noticed a huge difference in her, and they videoed the progress. So now she has more brain coherence and no more inflammation. So session 3 is 6 weeks. It's a complete turnaround, better brain coherence. And, her brain used to be hyperactive. Now it's basically stable and balanced, and it's calmed down dramatically after the second visit. But after wearing it for the 6 weeks, her basically her brain was that of someone who is, in their 30s or 40s. So the long-term results, if you want to look, you would go to thisitinfo.com. These are all per our case studies, and we have over 80 case studies. So within the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. We don't feel that, but we know that through some of the studies. So it's amazing when I have people say, well, I only used one patch, I didn't feel anything. I said, well, your 4,000 of your genes reset already, so that's a good thing. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced. And that's why my mom started to feel more like herself. But she gave it a good year, and she is off 2 antidepressants after 25 years. Her brain is completely balanced. We have never had to tell her, Mom, I think you should go back on it. She's better than she's been in the last 25 years, and I have my mom back again. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased, which is why the C-section scar that I had after 3 months disappeared, because the collagen is not just for your hair, skin, and nails. It's also for, internal organs. It's also for tissue. It's for, when you have surgeries, there's scar tissue inside that needs to be broken up. So that's basically what it did. It rebuilt the collagen there. Within 6 months, and this is why I tell everybody, you can't just try it for a month. You can't just try it for 2. You have to at least give it 6 months, if not a month for every decade of life. Your heart will reverse in age by 8 years when you're using this patch after 6 months. So it's not anti-aging, it's age reversal, and it's an amazing, amazing product. How do you wear it? You put it on your skin. These are the two spots that they chose, behind the neck or underneath the belly button, and you wear it for 12 hours. I take mine, put mine on at 7 a.m. and I take it off at 7 p.m. If I'm up earlier, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you let your body do the work. It's very important to drink a lot of water. I also tell everybody you have to add electrolytes because you need the potassium, the magnesium, the sodium to help heighten the effects of the X39. I also tell people to put their patch in plants or in their garden and watch their garden or their plants grow. And it's done wonders. Even for my cat, I put it on her when I'm done with it, on her collar, and she calms down because she's still a bit of a crazy kitten. And you can wear more than one at a time. When I first started, I was using two at a time, and so was my husband for the first month or two. And then I started to feel really good, so I weaned back down to one. But I can't emphasize enough, you have to drink water. Some people may not feel great, and it's because their body's detoxing, and it's what we call a healing crisis. Your body is releasing a lot of toxins and a lot of inflammation, so you need to help flush it out. I also add in there doing infrared saunas, dry brushing, rebounding, anything that makes your body sweat, or even jump rope, jumping jacks, anything that's get the lymphatic system released. Also, if you do foot detoxes. Okay, so it's not just like, it's so sophisticated and simple to explain, but there are so many testimonials, and I'm going to actually have a few people unmute themselves and tell their quick testimonials. So I really would like maybe a minute or two, if you can keep it real short, because I want to get into a lot of before and after pictures, and I want to also get into some questions at the end. So Isis, why don't you hop on real quick and give your testimonial? I'm going to unmute you.
Hi, everyone. I'm I'm been doing the. Hold on 1 second. I'm having a hard time finding you. Hello, can you guys hear me? Yes. Hi. So I've been doing the patch for about 8 months now, and I started. When I started, I had real bad sciatica pain in my lower back due to a car accident, and it's been after 3 weeks on the patch, my pain completely went away. Sometimes, I work hard at the gym, or I jog, or I drive, for 4 hours, like take long rides. And that used to bother me before the patches. Nowadays, I can do whatever I want. I can sit for a long period of times. There's nothing that my back hurts. And sometimes I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I even don't believe how good I feel, because it's kind of like incredible what the patch does to your body. Also, I have a lot more energy when I'm close to get my period. I don't feel the cramp, like when you get your legs tired, your body is like hurting. I used to get more back pain then. So all that I've been noticing little by little. I have to write it down, the changes. Also, Michelle always tell about her C-section scar. Mine is completely gone. My hair is been growing. I lost a lot of hair when I was breastfeeding 2 years ago. Actually, I breastfed for 2 years. My daughter is 4, so I stopped breastfeeding 2 years, but my hair wouldn't come back. Now it's growing. It's growing back here. It's growing over here. I noticed a change in my varicose veins, and I had to get a procedure done. That was 5 times, and I went back to the doctor after 6 months on the patch. The nurse was like, "Oh, we did another scan on you, and the scan that we did last May is completely different. So you no longer need 5 times here. You just come once, and we're gonna do 1 time because you only have one blockage in the vein. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. That was only 6 months on the patch. So I can't wait to see what's gonna be in a year or maybe two. A lot of changes are gonna happen. I'm very
Awesome.
happy, and I hope that everybody gets to experience this. It's amazing.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna have Wanda do her testimonial.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, my screen is acting up today.
It's okay.
But my name is Wanda. I am excited to say that I've been using Lifewave for almost 8 months. The end of this month, 8 months. And I want to say I've been a patient of lupus and RA since 2008. And for my surprise, in April, I went to get my blood work done. And I got both doctors telling me, I don't know if you would be able to see it, but I have records from two doctors stating that I've been cleared, that they cannot find lupus in my blood work. I encourage everyone to give yourself a chance, the ability to continue the patches. As I stated, I've been using it as of November. I went to get my blood work in April, and in May, I also went to get blood work from my regular doctor. And surely did they tell me that I have no lupus in my blood. There's people like, I walk around with my testimony in my hand from LabCorp and the two doctors, because people are like, what? That you have no lupus? And only those that have been around me have been able to see the pictures and the way that I was almost crippled. You know, I'm only 53 and I feel very young. And I encourage you to give this an ability to change your health, to, you know, I wind off after so many years off of 12 medications, and I feel great. Today for today, I feel like a brand new person.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. Thank you, Wanda. And you're like, your skin, I didn't tell you from the last time I saw you, your skin just was glowing when I saw you in Florida, like glowing. Amazing. And I know Jose has a big testimonial as well. Does Jose want to do his testimonial? Did I?
Yeah, I'll get.
Okay. There we go.
Hi to everyone.
Hi,
Trying to.
Jose.
Hi. So I'm gonna be.
Uh-oh. I think we lost them. Wanda, I think we lost him. Where did I'm gonna have Mindy do hers, and then I'll have Jose come back on, because I think he lost connection. So
He's coming through here.
Oh, okay. He's coming through there. Okay, Mindy, give me 1 minute. Sorry, honey. Okay, Jose. There we
Hi
go.
everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, I use my phone all day working, so it's dead.
No
I'm sorry about that. But
problem.
yeah, so I've been using the patch since February. I actually started my patching after Wanda. And I had alopecia for over a year. Um, I had the size of like baseball with no hair on my right side, some on the top, in the back also, where I was using this fiber called Topic. And I will actually put that to cover up my balds or either use hats sometime. And I just didn't want to go out much because of that. And within using the patch, I could say in 3 months, my hair completely grew back up. So right now I don't use that Topic anymore, either the shampoos, and my hair has been like grown, and I could feel my hair even thicker than before. I also had like chronic knee pains before, and within I think a week, 5 days of using patches, I didn't have those pains anymore at all. And I have not have those knee pains anymore. I used to go to the ER to go get like cortisone shots, and that pain will go away for about a month. but after a month, that pain was like very, very bad, like very crucial. One that had to put like diclofenac on my knees. But those are my two testimony at the moment. I know more in the long run. We'll see more. So,
Absolutely.
but I'm happy to see two of our persons here. Belinda, she was at the event with us, and
Awesome.
also we have a new guest with us here today, Jazz. She works at the Citrus 28 at the Hilton Hotel.
Awesome.
So we wasn't scared to speak to anybody. We spoke to everybody we could there, and she's here with us.
That's amazing. I'm so happy. Yay. Thank you so much, Jose, and thank you for trusting us. Jose was actually my Uber driver when I went to convention last year, and he was sitting in the car and we spoke to him about it, and he and Wanda jumped on board, and they're directors and doing really well in the business, and they are on fire and are going very far in this business. And just, it's changing their life. His wife has no more lupus and no more RA. So it's just remarkable. Thank you,
Yeah, and
guys.
I've been sleeping for more than 6 months now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because Wanda used to wake me up to put biofreeze all over her body.
That's
So
amazing.
no more biofreeze.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you,
I'm
guys.
gonna put Wanda here, and I'm gonna plug my phone so I could get in through my phone.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm going to have Mindy do a quick testimonial. I'm going to have you unmute. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to try and do this quick because it's hard because mine's kind of a long story, but I'm going to try. I don't know if you guys can. Okay. Can you see that? Okay.
Yes. Wow.
Okay. So that's my back. Oh, that's my kid. Sorry, wrong way. Can you see? I don't know. So I've had 3 back surgeries. I've got 4 metal rods and 9 screws in my back, and it's 3 different surgeries over amount of time. Like my first one was 13, and then 19, and then 20, or 18, and then 20. But to make a long story short, and to kind of touch on what you had said earlier about you really want to give it a good 6 months. Your body doesn't heal overnight, guys. And I'm so grateful that I gave these patches a shot, first of all, because I was super skeptical. But I will tell you, the first month that I wore them, I did not have change in my back pain at all. And I was at the point where I was when I got the patches introduced to me. I had been getting steroid injections and nerve burns for about 1.5 years, because my other option was a surgery, which 2 different neurosurgeons told me the same thing. Can you keep him out of here, baby? I'm sorry. My dog just came in. So they want to take the bottom rods out and put new rods in and extend them up to the top set. And then what they'll do is they'll put big screws through my hips, because everything will be one giant piece. And that just does not sound like a good situation to me, because I was about 42 42-ish when I started patches, and 43 actually. And I just felt like for 20 years, like from my last surgery, and I was doing so bad. I'm like, you want to do another surgery? And then I'm 60 and I'm in a bad situation again. It just didn't, I'm like, I don't want to do surgery. There's got to be a way. So I started patching, and my first month, nothing changed with my back, but my energy levels got better and my brain fog started going away. I had a small lump in my breast that went away. I had a mole that was raised up on the side of my head that went down, is now flushed to my skin. So I knew things were happening. It just hadn't touched my back. And it honestly wasn't until a full year of being on, I did X-Ray 9 and Eon, of patches for a full year, that it made me realize how far I had come in that year. Because when I started them, my family was getting ready to go down to Orlando for fall break for vacation, and I was just in so much pain. And that was when my friend Rocio was like, just try these. And then the following year, fall break, when we went down there, I drove down there, I rode roller coasters, we ran around the theme parks for a week with teenagers, and it was crazy. And I didn't have any pain the whole time, sleeping in a hotel bed, drove home, like it was fine. It was amazing. And I think that was a pivotal moment for me, because sometimes you don't realize the changes that are happening when they're slow and they're subtle. But then when you look back on a large amount of time, it's like, holy cow, like I have come so far. And and even since that year point, I've now been working out for almost 6 months, which I was not able to do before. And I had to go back into it slowly, but it's been a constant thing. And so I just tell you, like, give it time and stay patient, and it will do its job. But healing from a cellular level does not happen overnight, and you just got to stick with it. Some people, it will take time, and I was one of those people. And so I'm such a huge advocate for not giving up after a couple months, because it really has been life-changing for me. And the fact that I have been able to eliminate such a major surgery is huge. It really is. And to have energy and be able to keep going and sleep well and all the things, it's amazing. So
Thank you. I love your testimonial. It's amazing. Thank you so much. And I loved hanging out with you in Orlando. So I don't know if anybody else wants to do their testimonial. Does anybody else want to do testimonial real quick? If not, I'm going to keep going with the presentation. Okay, so I'm going to get into showing you some before and afters real quick, because we are talking about the actual the testimonials that have happened, but I want to show you for yourself. So this is actually a cute picture of us in Orlando. We just came back from convention, and this was the whole group, and it was just such a great time. This is me and my friend Di. This is who signed me up in the company, and I hit executive director, and it was just such a cool thing to walk across the stage and talk to people. And this is my girl Isis, who came with me. But this is what we are looking for. So when you put this patch on, you have no idea that what is going to happen is you will actually see scars go away. This person had major heart surgery, and within a year, it healed really terribly. And then after a month of wearing the patch from July 2018 to August 2018, it's almost disappeared. That is insane. So like Isis was talking about her spider veins and, varicose veins, this is 30 days of wearing the patch. It really helps with circulation. I mean, you can barely even see the veins anymore. Someone who had scoliosis, within 4 weeks, and they also added the Lifewave, which is the pain patch, but we really stick to focusing on the X39 because that does everything. That is the holy grail of anti-aging and everything that I talked about, mental clarity, better sleep, collagen production. But, the Lifewave is look at how bad her scoliosis is. And she was in such pain that she had to add the Lifewave, but her spine straightened out. So this is not, you're not seeing things. This is the real deal, guys. This is something revolutionary. It's a technology that no one ever thought possible, and it is changing people's lives. People are getting out of pain. They're getting off of their heavy duty pain medications. They're getting out of having to do surgery. It's wild. This is an awesome before and after picture. It's a horse. Now, if anybody knows anything about thermography takes a screenshot of your body, and everything that's lit up in red is inflammatory. This was 10 minutes later after putting the patch on. All the inflammation, except for 2 little spots on this horse, are gone. I mean, that, again, you cannot make that up. Here is a before and after picture of somebody who had stenosis of the spine. If you know anything about stenosis, it is so painful. You're almost debilitated. You're in bed. November 2018, they started the patch, and they were using the patch, and it had slowly but surely got rid of the pain. But like Mindy said, you have to give it time because it does take time. So April, 2 years later, the stenosis was completely reversed. Guys, that doesn't happen. People have to get surgeries for that to happen. And there's so many complications that happen with surgery, and that doesn't always work. Their pain went away, but the stenosis took time to release and open up the spinal fluid. And you can see all the pinching that happened, that occurred, is completely gone. So now let's talk about beauty. This is my friend. This is before and after. She is in her 60s. She got on this patch to, really just help her to be able to walk up this mountain. She went through a divorce and she wanted to do this really high mountain, but she had no idea that it was going to change her skin and her hair. And this was 3 months after. She looks 20 years younger. Here's another before and after of a woman. Again, she looks 30 years younger. Here's another picture, 2019, 2020, 2023. I mean, she's unrecognizable if you look at her before picture. It's wild. Someone's chin. I mean, it's like the next wave of, reversing age. And this woman looks like she reversed 20 years. It's great also for inflammation. So you can see her face. Within a year, her face completely, the inflammation went down. And she looks like a 20-year-old version of herself, or, a younger sister of herself. This woman stopped coloring her hair because it was growing black. It was basically going back to its original color. And again, look at her face. The inflammation is gone. And this is really cool. Like everybody was talking about, Isis was saying her hair is getting thicker. You get hair growth. But really what has been so amazing for me is the lives that it's changed. I have a friend whose son was nonverbal. He wasn't always like that. He was a son that would look at her, would talk to her, would walk, and without getting into it, there was a medical thing that was done to him in the pediatrician's office, and he began to stop speaking, stop making eye contact, banging his head against the floor nonstop. They basically said he was going to be institutionalized, and my friend tried everything. She changed his diet. She took him to other countries to get stem cell injections. Nothing worked until she put this patch on him. And he does something that he's always wanted to do. He rides a bike. He swings on the swing. She looked out of her window one day and thought one of her kids were swinging him on the swing, and he never could do it on his own. He actually got out there and was doing it on his own after a week of being on the patch. He started to talk again. He doesn't say a lot, but he's getting the connection. He's speaking, words and sentences. He's actually connecting with his siblings, because she said she thought she would never have something that she's always wanted for her kids, to be close and to be playing. And now he's becoming a different kid. It's taking time, but he's basically detoxing all of that inflammation in his body. And she sees more of a change in him from this little patch that cost $3 to $4 a day than she saw with $20,000 of injections, stem cell injections that she got in another country. So hearing these stories that make me cry and give me chills, that's why I tell the world. That's why I'm screaming this from the rooftops. It's just a miracle. And the man, David Schmidt, the legend, he developed this product because he wanted to help humanity to live their best life and to be better at everything, and to be out of pain and not have to deal with, living on pharmaceutical drugs. It's just, it's truly heartwarming what this patch has done for my family, for my friends, and for colleagues. I definitely implore you to give this a try. I'm going to get into another part of the presentation, excuse me, that talks about how you can find out more about all of these amazing testimonials and what this product does and how phototherapy works. If you go to thisisit.info.com, you will see all the testimonials, all the double-blind placebo studies, any of the patents that you want to see. Thisisit.info.com is where you can find all of that. So just a little bit about the company. This is now a 20-year-old company. And when this product was first launched, the company was making $20 million a year in 2021. By 2022, they were making $320 million a year. And then now 2023, which was when this slide was done, $430 million. So now we're into 2024. We are now at $50 million a month. And by the end of this year, or into the next year, they are projected to hit $1 billion. So this is not, you know, a run-of-the-mill company that just decided to start making patches in their garage. This is a company that's grounded and rooted, and this is done with a man who truly believes in helping people. He was told to charge $500 per sleeve of patches, which is enough for 1 month for one person. He said no. Then his colleague said, okay, $300. He said, no, I want the everyday average individual to be able to use this. And he said, I don't want to charge more than $100. And that's the kind of man he is. So it's also in 75 other countries, and it's not a Me Too product. You're not going to find this at Walgreens or at your doctor's office. The only way you're going to get this is through active, excuse me, brand partners. And, you know, there's no competition out there. We have the patent and we are growing. We are the #1 company ranked in momentum out of all of the other network marketing companies in the world. So, you know, right now for me, it was something I didn't have to think twice about 2 years ago when I was having anxiety, when I wasn't sleeping, when I was getting really, really cranky with my husband. I couldn't finish my sentences. I wasn't the mom that I wanted to be because I was tired and irritable, to being the mom that I've always wanted to be able to have this mental clarity where I'm up all day, up early and, you know, finishing late at night. I'm a better mom. I'm a better wife. I'm doing things that I've always wanted to do. We're traveling again. My husband and I didn't travel. We didn't even take a honeymoon because he has a business and I have a business. We didn't have time. And, you know, with the inflation that's happened, my husband's material, he's an electrician, so the material went through the roof. We had to really make some changes prior to being in this amazing company. And now we're dreaming again. We're looking at, you know, our dream homes, and we got, you know, getting out of our credit card debt. So what's most important to you? What is it that you're looking for? Do you want to get out of pain? Do you want to feel more like yourself? Do you want a little extra money? Even an extra $200 a week is life changing for people. That's helps with groceries. For me, it was time freedom. It was security. I wanted to be able to travel. I wanted a better health and less debt. And I also wanted to get out of the fear mode of every ache and pain that I've ever had was going to lead to the C word, because my family all had, you know, cancer. I don't have that fear anymore. And what I love is that I can tell my friends to get involved in my family, and it's something that they can do and actually get their product for free. And it's a way that all you do is share, just like you do when you go out to a restaurant or you see a good movie. And if you share it with 4 people, you become a manager. And when you hit a manager, you're pretty much getting your product paid for. What's amazing is this is a binary. A binary is an incredible multi-level marketing pay scale. Binary is one of the easiest ways to get paid. All these other marketing companies, they have, you know, they have probably 6 or 7 levels, and it's almost impossible to make money. I had 2 fitness studios. I made more money in 6 months of being in this business than I did when I had the 2 fitness studios, because I was constantly trading money for dollars and paying my staff really well. And a lot of money was going back into the business, and I had to, you know, pay for insurance, pay for electricity. It was a lot. Now everything is done for me. I have a website that's done for me. I have the marketing that's done for me. And the team commissions come every single week. So it's just been really amazing, but I love this the most. So in the binary, you get maxed out at $25,000 a week, which isn't bad because that's $1 million a year. And I was in one other MLM company that I did well with, and they maxed out at $10,000. I've never seen one that went to $25,000. So that's pretty cool. But here, you get paid 3 levels deep. So everybody, so my sponsor, Di, signed me up. She's in Florida. She makes 25% of what I bring in. It's not a bad gig because I know what I'm making. So she's getting 25% of what I bring in. She also makes 20% of everybody I sign up. So my friend Isis, who I signed up, she makes 20% of her. She also makes 20% of the 3rd level. So Wanda, who is one of my personal, she's making 20% of Wanda and Jose. So that is like profit sharing, basically. It's wild how much you can make if you're looking for something like that. If you're just looking to get your product for free, you tell 4 people and you're good to go, and you don't ever have to do anything ever again. If you want to just use the product and spend $100 a month, I know people who are spending $300 on vitamins that aren't doing anything for them. it could be actually wreaking havoc in their body, because we don't know nowadays where vitamins are being manufactured. So there's different ways to get involved. You have the silver package, you have the gold package, you have the diamond package. We always recommend going in where you have enough product for you, your spouse, and another patch to share with another sleeve to share with other people. This way, you can actually get the word out there and you can earn some money and get your product paid for. So silver is $300, and you get 3 sleeves. The gold is for somebody who's really thinking about dipping their toe in the water and doing this as a business, but they're not quite ready to go all in. $500, and you're getting 5 sleeves, and they give you a little booster back sleeve to try out along with that. And that gives you enough for you, your spouse, and an extra 3 sleeves to share with other people. Because in business, how are you going to get the product out there unless you have inventory? Diamond is what I went in at. It was $1,600. I didn't even talk to my husband about it. My friend told me about it. She said, give me your credit card. I went all in. And then I told my husband, and he was like, well, I said, are you upset that I just started a business? He says, well, what am I supposed to do? You did it anyway. So because of that, I wanted to prove to him that I was going to, be out of the red. And I made sure I talked to everybody that I possibly could. And I got my product paid for the following week because I just believed in it that much. And I talked to my business entrepreneurial friends, and they all got in at the diamond level. And because of being in a diamond and signing up a diamond, you get $500 bonus because of that. And that basically I only needed 4 people to do that. With getting in as a gold, that's where you start as a business builder, and you are able to, start working the business. It's pretty simple plan. This is a one-time deal that you buy this first starter pack, then you go on an auto ship, and the auto ship is either 1 sleeve for $100 a month, and that's in order to keep your points going, because when you're in business, you have to stay active, or you can go on 2 sleeves, and that's $200 a month. Very, very simple process, but we can go into that on another call. This Is It Team is the actual name of our team. And if you are looking to get involved in this as a business and you want to dive into, how to onboard, or, the 10-step process, our system of how we do it, you go to thisisitteam.com. It's just been an amazing ride. And this is what we do. It's our pro strategy. We patch 3 to 5 people daily. We revisit. We follow up with them every day, and then we present the opportunity by sending them to a Zoom call. That's all I've done for this business, and it's been life-changing. It really has. I plan on going on many trips. We all, would like to get to Punta Cana by the end of the year. They're going to Greece, I believe this month. A lot of people are going to Greece. They just came back from Bora Bora. So it's just, it's been a wild ride, and I'm just super excited to share this with everybody, and to let you know this is the real deal. You're never going to find another opportunity or product like this. And what I love also is David Schmidt told us in convention that there is going to be another product that so the X39 has 98% efficacy. The next product is going to have 100% efficacy, and it's going to heal people within minutes. So we're just getting started. This is a company that's looking to save humanity. He's developed drones to basically go to places like Hawaii that have been devastated and go deliver food and drinks and water. And the drone that he developed, he's not a drone company. There's other companies that have been around for decades and did not develop the drone that he has. It holds more weight. It can go for a longer period of time and fly on less energy and help to save people. So this man has such a big heart. And I do feel he may be, I don't know, he gave a little hint. I'm wondering if he's going to infuse water with light. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know that he's not stopping. So it's just going to keep, building and growing and helping people. And, 20 years, a company that's 20 years and grounded and making $50 million a month, helping people. It's just, something that you'll never see in your lifetime. And I've tried other companies, and I've been approached by other people to go into other companies, and I've always said, no, this isn't for me. I've never put my whole heart into something that I believe in more than anything. It's even for my children. My son just had tonsillectomy. He had his adenoids removed, and he had tubes put in his ear. And I heard stories, horror stories. The first 9 days are going to be awful. He's going to be in so much pain. My son had no pain. I stressed for so long, and he had no pain, and he healed so fast. So my husband's having surgery on his diverticulitis. His colon had perforated and he almost died in January. So we are now doing surgery, and I'm going to test him with all the patches, and we'll see how well he does. So I'll be back to you on that one.